Good morning, my friends. How are you? Today is Tuesday, June 2nd, 2026. So let's just keep going with sex and marriage and society's perspective. So I have mentioned in previous videos the restrictions that have been put on women in regard to sex. So now I kind of want to shift into the responsibility of it all. Just think back to when you were a teenager, or even now, when you hear the stories of how a young man is told about sex and how a young woman is told about sex. Now, I'm not saying this happens across the board, but just think about it. We all have heard where a guy was like, yeah, my parents just threw me a box of condoms, like, don't bring no babies home. And for a woman, that conversation was lengthier. It was more detailed, okay? And it was told about, okay, you don't want to bring any babies home too, but be mindful of who you're having sex with. Don't lay down with everybody. Make sure that you're being safe and you're using protection and all of these other things. It's all of these layers to it. And also how you dress, how you act with someone, because how you dress, how you interact with them, how you engage with them will determine how you get treated, So, and then let's just go further into when a woman does have a baby. Okay, the responsibility of that is on her. Well, if you ain't want to be, tied to him like that, then you shouldn't have laid down with him. You shouldn't have laid there and had that baby. Or if she's assaulted in any kind of way, they look at what she was wearing, if she was sober, if she had been flirtatious with this person or not. They'll peek into her sexual history, okay? So a lot of responsibility is placed on women in regard to sex before the thought of even it being pleasurable is there. So it doesn't just cut off when she gets married, because there has been this weight and responsibility that has been laid on her to carry herself a certain kind of way. It's not just the restrictions of it, it is her responsibility. That is a real thing, and that continues to shape certain perspectives that women have in their interaction with sex, even once they're married. Because you have to remember, by the time women get married, they've heard for over a decade, sometimes 2 decades, all of these conflicting dialogues and all of these things. And even if it wasn't said specifically to her, she's heard it. So it is embedded, it is rooted, it is deeply integrated into the psyche of women. I hope you all have an amazingly wonderful day on purpose. I know that was fast, but I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.